Guys, Stephen Gilbert here with SoulWeb.org, where internet marketing meets integrity. And on today's show, I have the infamous Brett Rutecki. How you doing, Brett?
Hey, what's up, Steven? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, man. And today we're going to talk about his new course, Group Traffic Profits, which shows you how to get free traffic and build a Facebook group from scratch. So you know how I'm always talking about, you need to have a way to make money without spending your real life money so you can keep things separate. This fits that perfectly because this course shows you how to basically build a group from nothing in any niche and then use that to get traffic. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So Brett, thanks for coming on, and I'm really excited about this. Tell me, what do you think makes this your course, Group Traffic Profits, unique?
Well, I think that one of the most unique things about it is this is actually something that I do. You know, a lot of times that you see courses and it's people doing theory or people saying, I'm sure this will work, or if you look into it, sometimes maybe their proof, as they call it, is a little bit, I don't know. This is actually something that I've been doing myself for over a year. I mean, you actually know, you're a member of my Facebook group.
Oh, yeah.
So this is something that I've done. I've gotten real results. Generally speaking, when I do a software, I do a training, I actually do it myself for quite a while, and then if it works out, I say, okay, now I'll release this. So I think what's unique is the way I do things.
Wait, I also think it's unique because I don't think there's many courses that have taught something like this. Now I remember, guys, I met Brett again in person in Las Vegas at a marketing event a couple months ago, and we were talking about the group. Didn't you say you get like 400 to 600 something clicks just by putting a link in the group?
Yeah, just by putting a link in my group, I get anywhere. I mean, sometimes when it's a little bit lower, I'll get like 200, 250 clicks. When it gets a little higher, I'll get 600 or 700 clicks. But generally, 300, 400 is going to be a normal.
I mean, and that's actually pretty dang good, like for free traffic, especially, they're going to be targeted because they obviously wouldn't be in the group unless they're interested in that niche, so that's pretty impressive. So I would actually argue what else makes it unique is that it gets free traffic and the fact that there's not really anything that teaches you how to do this. Go ahead. Sorry.
And initially, like when I was doing this, I was actually talking to before I even decided to teach people how to do this. I was actually talking to some of the people that I know, and they were sending out emails to the list. They had 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people in the emails, and they were getting less clicks than I was getting from my group.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. I was like, I should probably show other people how to do this too.
Yeah, I agree. So who would you say is going to benefit the most from this? I guess another way of putting it would be like, who's your target audience?
Well, my target audience is pretty much, I mean, everybody says it's anybody, but that really is anybody, because something that like this is going to work for any niche. So if you're in that make money online niche, it's going to work just fine. If you're going to be in the fishing niche or the survival niche or the health and fitness niche, it's going to work just fine. The key thing about groups, and one of the things that makes groups work so well, is that groups are social. So the general idea is that you run a community, you build up a relationship with your community, you build up trust and respect with your community. And then you, every once in a while, not all the time, and as you know, because you've been to my, you're a member of my group, you say, hey guys, check this out. And then that's your paid product. So any niche where you can do that, which is pretty much any niche, because there's affiliate products, there's Amazon products, there's paid products for just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this with.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Well, is there any investment that people need to get this started? Like, because I know like some courses they'll be like, hey, no investment, but like you got to pay for hosting or whatever, But like, is there any cost to doing this?
Well, first of all, I want to say, I mean, you keep saying that you're saying that's a course, and this is definitely a training, but it's also training in software.
Oh, it's got a software.
There's actually 2 softwares involved.
Oh, tell us about the software.
When I was building up my Facebook group, what happened was, when I was building up my Facebook group, I can actually share my screen if you want to as well.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you need to do.
Let me share my screen here for you. Hang on one second.
I missed that. I didn't realize there were softwares at all.
Yeah, there's actually 2 software involved. Now, what happened was, as I was doing my group, I started wishing things would be a lot easier and wishing I could do different things, for my group. And I'm a software developer, so like, if I have a problem, I think I firmly believe that I can make a software to fix my problem. So that's what I did. I started making software to fix some of the issues that I was having and
That's
to make
awesome.
my life easier. If I could find the Hangout, let me go ahead and. I haven't used Hangouts in a while. I got to figure out how to share screens.
It's going to be
There we
top left green button.
go. Is that it right there? You should be able to see.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Okay, so let me go over to my Facebook group here. So this is actually my Facebook group, and again, you've seen this before, but some other people might not have seen it. You can actually see right here, I have 8,019 members in my Facebook group, and I don't know if you can see it in the video. It's kind of small, but it says 177 new.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number of people that have asked to join the group this week so far. So we're only in Wednesday. I've already gotten 177 people this week to join my Facebook group.
That's awesome.
Now, as far as the software goes, again, I teach people in the group, in the training. The training aspect is very intensive. It teaches people from the beginning. It teaches you how to set up a group, how to set up a group the right way, because believe it or not, there is a right and wrong way to set up a group. I'll give you guys all a little tip. One of the biggest issues that I notice people that have groups is they make their groups public. They make them completely public, and they think to themselves, I'm going to make my group public so that way everybody can see it. But that makes no sense, because why should you buy the cow if the milk is free? If you make the group public and everybody can see your posts, there's no reason for people to join your groups.
Right, agreed.
And you want people to join your groups because every time you post to a group, the group members all get that little notification. If they don't join, they don't get the notification. So you want people to actually join your group. Now, you can see on my group here, I generally post information, links to cool sites that I found, links to things on my own blog, one of the biggest, most popular posts that I recently made was just me saying, hey, guys, thanks for being in my group for Thanksgiving. If I can find it there, you can see right here. All I said was, hey, I'm thankful for you. Basically, I'm thankful for you being a member of my group, and everybody liked it, and I got a lot of comments, and that was a good thing. But every once in a while, I do post the occasional monetization post. Let me go ahead and find a monetization post here. I just made one recently. If I can find it.
I knew you were lying. Busted.
I was lying. No,
no. Struck again.
The groups, the only downside about groups is they don't show them in chronological order. They show them in the order of the last person somebody commented on it.
Twitter started doing that too, and it annoys the piss out of me, dude.
Yes, yeah. So when you want to try to find something just from here, November 25th, it's way halfway down because people were all wishing me a happy Thanksgiving too and saying we like you and stuff like that. So here it is. Here's the monetization post. And you can see I actually have 19 people that liked it. A whole bunch of people shared it. People commented on it. And I'll show you the results from this monetization post in a second. So as far as the software aspect goes, what I needed was to have these images. So when you post to Facebook, one of the best things you can do is have an image, right? Mm-hmm. You've probably seen it before. You've probably seen it in different things you post. When you have an image, you get better results.
I only use images.
Absolutely. So what I was doing initially was I have a graphics designer. He does all the graphics work for my sales pages, my squeeze pages. He also does the GUI, the graphic user interfaces for all my software. So I was asking him, I was saying, hey, Josh, can you make me a quick graphic so I can use it for a Facebook post? And that was cool. But he was charging me like 10, 15 bucks, to do it. It was no big deal. But I was doing this 8, 10, 12 times a month. So it was getting pretty expensive. Mm-hmm. So what I said to him was, I was like, you know what? I'm going to build a graphic software for making Facebook posts. And that's exactly what I did. I went over here and I created my Image Maker Pro software. And I built this graphic software. It's fully drag and drop, and it allows you to build images for Facebook posts. So I actually show you my one from Thanksgiving right here. You saw the Thanksgiving post earlier. So it's got a whole bunch of graphics. It integrates with Pixabay. It makes your post optimal size automatically for posting to Facebook. It's fully drag and drop. And that's really good. But I was like, you know what? I'm still not doing anything here because I still can't make a cool graphic to save my life. I'm still not an artistic person. So what I did was I called Josh up. I said, how about I hire you to make a whole bunch of templates for me? And that way I don't need to hire him anymore. Now all I have to do is edit my templates that he made for me. So this is the first software that comes with the Group Traffic Profits training. And the reason I include this with the training is because when I was doing the steps in the training, I needed this tool. So it's reasonable to assume that the customers following the steps in the training are going to need this tool as well. So, of course, I give them that tool.
Okay. What's your second one then?
The second software is another thing that I noticed when I was go ahead and posting to Facebook is, let me find my group again. So if you might notice here, there's no link. If you look at this text, there's absolutely no link in the text, right?
Right.
A lot of times what people do is they'll post a graphic, they'll have some text in the post, and at the bottom of the text, they'll have a link to their sales page or their squeeze page or wherever they want people to go to, okay? The problem with that is, and then normally what happens is if you click the image, it shows just a big version of the image, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is people might not notice your text link. Sometimes it might be hidden. Have you ever seen where it was a long post and it says more and it's hidden?
Absolutely.
Well, you don't want that. What you really want is the entire image to be clickable. Now, you can't do that inside of Facebook. It's not possible. But you might notice, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor changing, my image is completely clickable.
That's awesome.
And what I did was I created a software that allows me to make my images completely clickable. So if I go over to my site here, you can see this is my Facebook link post 2.0 software. It's the 2.0 version of my Facebook link post software. It's never been released before, and it allows me to make my images clickable. It does all my tracking for me. It redirects people to the page that I want them to go to, and most importantly, like I said, it makes the entire image clickable. And it's not very hard to understand how excuse me, how you're going to get more clicks if you have a big clickable image as opposed to a small text link that might be hidden.
Right. Sorry, I'm having camera issues here, but keep going. So is this different from like Facebook's thing where it like loads a link for you if you put the link in the text and then you can do the link? Is it different from that in some way? Or
yeah, it's absolutely different. The reason why is like sometimes you can go ahead and you can take an image. Like you can take a link and you can go over to Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. And you can post it inside of Facebook and Facebook will try to load an image for it, right?
Right.
And that's great. But it's not your image. It's whatever random image Facebook decides to pick from the post content.
Right.
So what if you want to have like a branded image? You might notice all my images are branded with my logo. And the reason being is because when this shows up in members' timelines, I want them to see my logo. I want them to see, oh, this is a message from Brett. I'm going to pay attention to this. Mm-hmm. Because they like my group. I built a relationship with them. I don't want them to see some random image from the sales page that I'm promoting.
Right.
So that's why, you don't want to use Facebook's automated thing, because then you're letting Facebook decide what your post should look like. You want to decide. And if you're going to use the Image Maker Pro software to make this cool branded image with one of Josh's great templates that he made, why would you let Facebook pick your graphic then? Sometimes they pick like an arrow or something,
Right. Sorry, I'm back here. I'm back here messing with my camera. But yeah, that's what I was wondering. I just wanted to see if it was different. So they get 2 softwares, 2 trainings. I think I got the camera fixed here. Let me turn it back up. There we go. All right. Cool. So they get 2 softwares, 2 trainings. The original question, is there any investment? Like, do they need to spend any money?
Yeah, sorry, we got kind of off. We got a little off tangent.
Well, we did, because what you said was very relevant.
Now there's one of the main things that people are going to ask, and one of the things that people are going to be concerned with, they're going to say is, how do I build my group? Mm-hmm. Okay, because obviously if you don't have a group, if you don't have members in your group, you're just talking to yourself, and that's no fun at all, right?
Right.
So you got to say, how do you build your group? Now I'm going to be totally honest. I teach free ways to build your group, and I teach paid ways to build your group. Okay. The paid ways are a lot faster. The free ways are free. So people can decide what's more important to them. Spending a couple of bucks, maybe $50, $100 a month, and building their group super fast, or not spending any money and building their group a little bit slower. It's up to you. The great thing about that is even if you choose the paid method, you only have to do it to seed your group. Once your group gets to a certain size, Facebook will start building your group for you. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't do that anymore. I don't really use paid methods anymore, because Facebook now builds my group for me by suggesting my group to people that they think might be interested in it.
Okay, so there is a small optional investment if you want to do the paid route, but you teach both routes.
If you want to go fast and you want to build your group up fast, then what I teach people to do is use a little bit of Facebook ads. Now, unlike Facebook ads, like for building an email list, it's much easier and much cheaper to build an ad for your group. Right. And the reason being is your conversions are much better. What a lot of people do is they'll they'll run a Facebook ad and they'll send them to a squeeze page and they'll try to get their email, right? Now, when you see a squeeze page, what's the first thing you think?
Right, hit the X button.
I think I'm gonna get spammed. I want
Yeah,
to type my email in here. I'm gonna get spammed, right?
exactly.
But when you run a Facebook ad to a group and you say, "Hey guys, just join my group and I'll give you this freebie," people love it. Why? They're not giving you any personal information. They're not giving you their email address. They don't have that scared feeling in their mind, like, what's going to happen if I give this email address to this guy? They don't think badly about you. So when you run a Facebook ad, you end up getting 60, 70, 80% of the people that see your ad to opt in because of that your ad ends up really cheap. So yeah, even if you decide to use the paid method, it is still much cheaper than other types of Facebook ads.
But a quick tip, something I've learned, when you're doing paid traffic, having the clickable image, kind of like you mentioned earlier, as well as having a link in the description, will greatly increase your CTR, click-through rate, which will increase the amount of clicks, but also lower the amount you pay per click. I did a lot of testing over that last month, and some ads, dude, I was getting thousands of clicks, 1.5, 2% CTR. Whereas before, I'd be lucky to get 1% CTR. But just the simple fact of including the link in the description as well as the clickable image, it greatly increased clicks, and Facebook tracked the clicks from the link in the post, and so I would get a cheaper price per click because my ad was coming across as more relevant.
Well, yeah, the more people that click your link, the cheaper the clicks will be because Facebook is making it up in volume.
Exactly.
You get nobody to click your link, Facebook's going to say, "Look, we're not going to show this ad unless we're getting some money out of it." You know.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that quick tip in there. If you do anything with Facebook ads, include the link. Make sure it's in the description on the newsfeed. So, Brett, what kind of proof do you got, man? You got income proof, click proof. What do you got?
Yeah, let me go ahead and I'll share my screen with you again.
All right.
One of the great things about this, like I said, is I do everything that I sell. If I'm going to sell something, I'm going to sell a training, I'm going to sell software, I always use it myself. Right. So sometimes people say, "Hey, do you got any proof?" And I say, "Yeah, I've been using this for a year." All right, so let me go back over here and I'll show you my Facebook link post up there. So this is my Facebook link post. These are all the posts that I've made, the monetization posts that I've made to my group. Right. Is it too small, or should I zoom in a little bit, or can you see it?
No, it looks good to me.
Okay, so you can see some of the clicks that I'm getting. 120 for this one was 187, but it was only for 6 hours. I only let it up on my group for 6 hours. I got 187 clicks. There's my advisor promo, 391 clicks. This one was Viral Loop. I think you might have promoted Viral Loop too from City Batty.
Maybe.
Maybe not, but that was 551 clicks. There's 789 clicks. This was a free update, so that doesn't count. We won't count that. Let's see where one that I just did the other day. There's Stefan's launch. I know you promoted Stefan's launch.
I did.
There's 273 clicks to that. Now, I was sending people to my review. Now, I know from looking at my Google Analytics that 50% of the people that go to my review ended up going to the sales page, right?
Interesting.
So 273 people went from Facebook, from this one post, to my review page. So 50% of those people went from the review page to my sales page. So if we take 273 and we divide it by 2, that means 136 people ended up going from Facebook through my review page to the sales page, right?
Right.
Okay, now if we go over here to my my JVZoo stats, you can see I averaged $5.30 per click that I sent to the sales page. That's just front end. That's not OTOs. So if we go ahead and we can take that 136 and we times that by 530, means I made $723 from that one post, not including the OTO sales.
That's just on the front end.
That's just on the front end, $723. So being able to post, that's the power of having a group. I was able to post make a post in my group and make over $700, not even including the upgrades.
Wow, that's amazing, dude. So we got the income proof, we got the traffic proof. I mean, in your eyes, how easy is this to do? Like, if you're a newbie, right? How easy is it for me to come? If I'm a newbie, just take me for example. If I come in and I want to do this, how fast can I expect to build the group? And when can I, sort of expect results?
Well, I would tell everybody honestly. Everybody wants everybody wants fast. Everybody wants now, and everybody wants
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. And what I like to tell people is always keep in mind you're building a business. So I would say realistically, I wouldn't even start making monetization posts for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so because you got to build a relationship with these people. That's the whole point of it. Everybody understands they call Facebook the social network, but sometimes people forget about the social part. Okay, and they just keep spamming things all over, spamming groups, spamming timelines. I mean, that's not social. Talk to people,
Mm-hmm.
interact, and you don't have to write these Pulitzer like posts or anything. If you're in the health and fitness niche, just post a cool link to a health and fitness article. People will thank you, but that's social. That's interacting with them. So I'd say for everybody just getting started, don't start trying to monetize your group for at least 30 days. Build up a little reputation. Get them to know, like, and trust you, and then say, hey guys, you're enjoying this group. Here, check this out for me, will you? And then make that a monetization post.
Gotcha. And do you cover like I'm pretty sure you do, but I just want to get it on camera. You cover like how to write a monetization post in the training.
Yeah, I cover everything, like from setting the group up. I cover how you should monetize how to build up the relationship with the people, because that's a core aspect is building up a relationship. You see these groups all over the place, groups that are bigger than mine. I'm at 8,000, but you see groups all over the place. They've got 20, 30, 40,000 members in it, and you
Mm-hmm.
go to these groups and all it is spam, 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 spam.
Mm-hmm.
That group is a dead group. Everybody has
Yep.
already shut all the notifications off. Nobody's coming there anymore. That's a dead group. That's not what you want. It's about quantity, quality over quantity. 8,000 attentive people is way better than 50,000 people that never come around.
Agreed. Yeah, you hit it. He hit it the nail on the head there. I actually run two groups, and I don't think I post any affiliate. I posted an affiliate link in one of them once, and then the other one twice.
Mm-hmm.
But I use it. My main group for those watching is the Soul Web Iron Protection Group, where I kind of give you the scoop on scammy products and stuff. So if you want to join that, there should be a button on the website soulweb.org. And my other one is the email marketing group, and yeah, I use it to interact with people as opposed to make money. So you've kind of opened my eyes here to a whole new way of profiting. So let's get down to the final questions. So everything that's in the front end offer is the training and two softwares, right?
Yeah, I would never give somebody half a product on the front end. So they get the training because obviously the training is what you need. And since I needed the software when I was doing this, of course, I'm going to give the software to people as well.
Oh, I mean, it's a pretty good deal. How much is it going to run them to get the training and two softwares on the front end?
So there's going to be an early bird price. It's going to be $24.95.
Okay.
After that, it's going to go up to 27.
And how long is the early bird?
The early bird is until 3 p.m. So from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m.
All right, so 5 hours.
5 hours, yep.
Okay, and up to 27. All right, and how long is this offer going to be open?
It's going to be open for 3 days. So we're launching at 10 a.m. on the 2nd. It's going to close. It's going to close at midnight on the 4th.
Okay.
I shouldn't say it's going to close. That's actually a lot.
Price is going to go
The
up.
price is going to go up because after that, I'm not going to use affiliates anymore. I'm going to start using my own traffic methods.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise the price up. I don't. My offers don't vanish. I don't want to make anybody think that.
Yeah, I don't turn mine off either. I always leave them up because sometimes people who buy them like to promote them and things like that. Basically, we have our own lingo in this space, and what Brett was trying to say is the launch ends, the launch period, which means the launch pricing, which means if you want to get it cheap, you need to get it during the official launch because after that, the price will go up. So that's kind of what he meant by that. Brett, walk me through the OTOs here. Tell me what each OTO is and how much it costs.
Okay, so the first OTO is $67. Okay,
Okay.
I'm completely transparent about the OTOs. First one is $67. It comes with 3 extra things.
Uh-huh.
So the first thing is extra templates. So I showed you that Image Maker Pro software, so you
Uh-huh.
can post those cool graphics to your timeline and to your Facebook group. I actually had Josh make a whole bunch of extra templates. So that is the first thing you get with the first OTO.
Okay.
The second thing you get is a free account to my Profit Canvas software.
That's actually a really good deal. I
Profit
love that
Canvas is for
software.
sale right now for $497, and people buy it. So it's right. It's for sale right now for that. You get a free account to my Profit Canvas software, and the third thing you get on the first OTO is 4 weeks of live training with Mike and myself.
Awesome. Going back to that Profit Canvas software, guys, what that is it's a page builder, but it's like all drag and drop. It's super cool. I use it myself for sales pages and squeeze pages. And like I got in during the launch period, so I think I got it for like $47 or something. But it's not for sale at that price anymore. I actually, Brett, I think, don't you run webinars for it now, and it's like several $100s?
Yeah, it's $497 now, and that's exactly what I do. Since the launch period ended, it's been live for well over a year now. Since the launch period ended, what I do now is I sell it via webinar for $497. So you get that for free as part of the first OTO. And the reason you get that is because if you're going to be posting links to promote products, I realize maybe you would want to make a bonus page or something. So give them a bonus page builder.
Yeah, it builds bonus pages, squeeze pages. You can build any page you want. It's drag and drop, works right in your browser. Really cool. All right, what's the second OTO? So just a recap real quick. The first OTO is get the extra templates for the image creator. It's got the free account to Profit Canvas, which is a great deal. And then it's got 4 weeks of live training with you and Mike. What are you guys going to be teaching on that?
We're going to talk about the groups and talk about monetizing the groups. So
Okay.
basically what we're going to do is walk people through it that way, because video training is great and all, but you can't really ask a video questions.
Right.
So we want to do a live training where people can ask us questions, ask for clarification if they need.
Cool. And what's the next OTO?
So the next OTO is something that I do uniquely. I believe I'm the only person in the IM space that does this, and that's what I call my agency access.
Okay.
So one of the things that I do, obviously, to make money online is I sell digital products. Right. I sell software, I sell training. The thing is, for people just getting started, is it's very difficult for them to do that because they don't necessarily have the experience to make training, and they don't necessarily have the skill set to make software.
Right.
So what I actually have is what I call my agency access. My agency access lets people sell my software.
Awesome.
And the way they sell my software is in the members area, in the back end. There's a little section where they paste in their JVZoo buy button code, and then their JVZoo buy button will show on my sales page. So they can sell my software using all my stuff.
And how much is that going to cost?
That's $97. So yeah, for a done for you product, it's not too bad.
What I like about your agency access is, like, for most people, when they're selling, and they don't call it agency access, they call it like white label rights or whatever. They'll give you the software to sell, they'll give you the marketing materials, but it's still your job to put those marketing materials on the website and all that jazz. With Brett, you literally just have to input a link and push a button. Like, there's no technical work, no website, no nothing. And actually, Brett, you can thank me for this later, but if you were to sell this technology to vendors like you and I mean, you'd probably sell it $500 a pop. Easy, man. I'll bill you later for that advice, but basically you just input a link and that's it. Now you can sell it.
I have affiliates, like, they tease me sometimes and they say, "Hey, Brett, I'm not going to promote your launch. I'll just buy your agency access and sell it."
Yeah, I put restrictions on my agency and resellers too. I'll say like, you can only start selling it after the third day of the launch or whatever, to keep affiliates from doing that.
Yeah, the system is intended to help newbies, to help people, like you had said. A lot of times people get this white label access, they'll get this reseller access, and then what they get is a zip file full of all the material, the software, the MySQL database, the everything, and they say, "What do I do with this?"
Exactly.
And that's fine, because if they were technical, they wouldn't need to buy a reseller anyway, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So what I realized that you need to do is make a done for you system. And again, I'm a software developer, so I created a system that all they do is put in their link and boom, here you go. Everything is already done for you.
You're like Superman, dude.
Super Brett.
Are there any other OTOs?
No, that's it. 2 OTOs.
All right, keeping it simple. I like that. So the first OTO, like we said, it's 3 different things. It's $67. You get extra templates for the image creator. You get free access to Profit Canvas, which is currently selling for almost $400 or $500. And then you get 4 weeks of live training about how to operate a group, create a group, run a group, whole 9 yards with Brett and Mike from Maine. Some of you probably heard of him too. So that's a great deal in and of itself just for the live training, if we're being honest. And then, of course, the second OTO is the agency access, white label kind of thing, where you input a link and you get to sell it, and it's $97. So that's cool. I guess that's really all the questions. The way I like to end these interviews, though, is I like to kind of put the ball in your court, right? And I like to ask, do you have any words of wisdom or advice or like a personal story or anything about what it takes to, succeed in online marketing?
Yeah, it's something that somebody was actually saying on my group the other day, and it keeps sticking in the back of my mind. And I always wonder if maybe other people have this issue. What he said, Brett, I'm having trouble getting started because I don't have confidence because I'm a newbie. I don't necessarily believe in myself because I don't have the confidence because I'm new. What I said to him was, every single person that's successful in every single industry, I don't care if he's a basketball player, an artist, a mechanic, a businessman, or what we do, every single person was a newbie at one point.
Absolutely.
Every one of them. And they didn't let that hold them down. And neither should anybody else. So for everybody watching this, if you're thinking to yourself, I can't do this, or even if you're thinking I can't do anything because I'm new and I don't have the experience, remember, so was every single other person that's successful right now. And if they can do it, you can do it too.
That's spot on, man. Like, I would say the number one reason I succeeded was because I knew that I would be able, I had faith. I was confident in myself. I knew I could figure it out. And fortunately, I had the time to, I'm kind of an oldie, dude. I started I didn't buy any training. I couldn't afford it. I was on unemployment. So I basically learned through doing and through like reading forum posts on like Warrior Forum and Black World. That's how I learned. Mm-hmm. And it was never a question of if I could do it. It was when, And I think that's why I ended up becoming so successful, was because there was never any doubt. Like, I knew I was going to be successful at it. All you have to do is be persistent and put in the work.
When you meet a lot of people that are really successful, pretty much in any industry, they tend to be kind of egotistical people, right? And people are like, oh yeah, he's got a big ego because he's successful. And they got that backwards. He's successful because he had a big ego. Mm-hmm. It's not that he got successful and that gave him an ego. He had an ego and believed in himself, and that's why he became successful.
Right, and believing in yourself isn't necessarily having an overblown, arrogant ego either.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Having an ego is a good thing. Having self-confidence if you're not a big jerk about it, having self-confidence is a good thing. And that's what I want everybody to understand. I believe that there's not a single person watching this video right now that can't be successful, because I was able to be successful in this industry, and I'm not any better than anybody else watching this video. So if I can do it, if Steven can do it, if a whole bunch of other people can do it, so can everybody else watching this video. Just believe in yourself.
Absolutely. And guys, I came in just as new as maybe some of you are now. Seriously, just as new. But I wanted it. I was tired of working for the man. I was tired of being part of the machine. I wanted to have my own machine. So the easiest way that I figured out how to do that was through internet marketing, because it doesn't take tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, to start. Internet marketing is a very unique industry, right? Because you can literally get started with little to no money, whereas if you were going to go create a restaurant or a bank or whatever, you're going to need a ton of money to get started. But in internet marketing, you didn't need it. And that's what kind of drew me in when I first started, was like, I don't have money. This is something you can start without having money. This is what I'm going to focus on. I don't have any other choice, right? And here I am. Gosh, come January, it'll be 8 years. And live
I
stream.
am old head, Steven.
I know, man. I know. And that's the thing, I'm only 26. I've been doing this since I was an adult. But yeah, all you need is persistence, guys. Believe in yourself, have persistence, have faith. And for God's sakes, declutter your inbox. Like, there are people who are spamming you to try to get you to buy. Don't do that. Focus on people that care. It doesn't have to be me. It could be anybody. But try to get a judge of people's character and don't let, just keep your guard up. That's what I'm trying to say. Because there are people out there who will try to get you to buy from them using lies and fake promises. So just keep your guard up, be persistent, keep costs low. You can do it. You can do it. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on about what it takes to be successful, and I am now. Anyway, Brett, dude, I really appreciate you coming on. You said this launches when?
10 a.m. on December 2nd. Yep.
Eastern time, right?
Eastern time, yep.
And December 2nd is a Friday. So, guys, be here this Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern to pick up group traffic profits for $24.95 during a 5-hour early bird period. One last question. They don't need the OTOs, right? The OTOs are optional. Everything they need is in the front end.
Yeah, yeah, no, I would never sell anything that they didn't need the OTOs. And again, that's why I ended up giving the software as the front end. I probably could have made the software OTOs.
Yeah, you could have.
But that would be really stupid.
Most people would have.
I used the software in the training that I'm teaching. That's just the kind of person I am. How am I going to say in the training, I use this software, and then say, oh, now you got to buy it extra? That would be lame. I'm not like that.
No. Yeah, I know you're not. I mean, you're one of the good guys, and that's why, I wanted to get you on here to talk about this course. Because I know, guys, when Brett or Mike put something out, it's something that works, it's real, it's legitimate, and they have great support. So I know if anyone buys it, they'll be in good hands. So Brett, thanks for coming on the show today, dude. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me, Steven.
Well, you made it fun, and I guess I'll see you next time. For everyone else, be here Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern to pick this up. If you have any questions, comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.